Do you ever feel like your makeup never really works for your face shape? Yeah, me too. I don't have a tiny celebrity face, my eyes don't naturally pop, and my face is kind of flat. But I'm definitely not going under the knife to fix it. In this video, I'm going to show you how to contour a round face so it looks instantly slimmer. Simple tricks to make your eyes look bigger and more awake. And how to get that soft, romantic flush on your cheeks that actually looks natural. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It won't look exactly like a model, but you will be surprised how much you can transform with makeup. Whether it's for a day, a wedding, or just a special day when you want to feel cute, these tips are beginner-friendly and honestly, they will change the way you do your makeup forever. Let's start with skin prep. If you have enough time, a moisturizing mask will really change the game. You want that smooth glass skin dewy look. Hydrated skin is key, otherwise your foundation will crease and get patchy. If you don't have much time, here's a trick a lot of makeup pros do. While you're working on your forehead or eye makeup, let your skincare sit so your skin still has time to soak up the moisture. After putting in my color contact lenses to soften my dark eyes and match the look, I will apply moisturizer. This one was actually recommended by someone in the comment on my previous video. It's really hydrating and I like how lightweight the texture feels. Once that's settled, I add a bit of highlight to my forehead, since shimmery powders usually look cakey on me. Okay, I'm super excited to try this new foundation. And yes, you probably noticed I didn't put sunscreen on this time, which I usually always do before makeup. But this Japanese foundation already has SPF 50+, so it saves me a step and keeps the layer lighter. Honestly, compared to my usual Suku foundation, the coverage is lighter, but I still love how smooth it feels. And the SPF 50+ make it perfect for lazy everyday makeup. I lightly tap the foundation on my forehead, then use concealer to cover the darker eyebrow hairs. Now let's move on to how to make eyes look bigger. First, I apply loose powder on my lips to separate the cream foundation from the powder shadow. Then I go in with light pink eyeshadow, and once I find my ideal eyelid line, I use a little water to make it stick, pressing it firmly. Can you see the difference? I will do the same on the other eye. I have hooded eyes that can look like monoliths when I open them wide, but this trick really makes my double eyelid stand out. Next, I layer light pink eyeshadow and add darker pink on the inner and outer corners, leaving the middle part lighter for that soft glam transition. Use a brush to blend it out and soften everything. Because the lighting is so strong for filming, I am applying a little more than usual to make it pop on camera. Then I add light pink in the center and blend again. If you don't have a cream eyeliner, you can mix a tiny bit of a Vaseline with brown eyeshadow. It keeps the powder from falling on your skin and making a mess. Quick break. My mask is dry, so I need to take it off now, and while I'm at it, I will put a little Vaseline on my lips to pat them. Then back to moisturizer and foundation. By the way, when I was in Korea, I picked up this really brush for about 24,000 won. Honestly, kind of disappointing. The strokes are streaky and it absorbs too much product. Meanwhile, a 1,000 won brush from Daiso actually does a better job. You can still see some pigmentation peeking through my skin, so now it's time for concealer. Match your shades carefully, then lightly press it into the skin. Don't rub. Same as with foundation. For the under eyes, use a coral concealer to cancel dark circles. A lot of pros recommend an orange tone, just make sure it's not too light. I used it to go lighter, and it ended up looking like gray under eye bags, which is not cute. Okay, now on to contouring. I have what I call a normie face, even though some of you kindly tell me it's not big compared to other creators. I know it's on the rounder side. And if you also have a round or square face, you probably know that heavy contouring just makes your cheekbone look sharp and aggressive. I used to go too heavy, but don't do that. Instead, contour lightly on the sides to create shading. That way, attention goes to the center of your face, making it look slimmer and less round. For the nose contour, stick to slim lines. Don't get greedy and widen it, or it will just make your nose look muddy. Add some highlighter to give your face a radiant glow. And a little on smile lines so light reflects off them, making them look less deep. Also, highlight these areas with a lighter shade to make them look naturally lifted. Before setting powder, use some setting spray. Back to the nose, apply a lighter shade on the bridge and sides to make the rings look smaller. Alright, back to the eyes. For lashes, I like the clean girl style, not the heavy volume look. Scratch the base a little to make them flexible. Some of you have naturally long lashes. You might not even need falsies. Curl them a bit to make them pop. Then apply the thinnest layer of loose powder you can. For the lower lash line, apply a soft brown about 1 ml under the outer corner, then brush a pink shade underneath. Same shade for the agelso to make your eyes rounder and cuter, and highlight the puffy parts under the eye. For eyeliner, I mix brown shadow with Vaseline again. Go super light. Too heavy and it will turn into that ABG baddie look. I made mine a little darker today for video purpose, but I preferred it lighter for days and everyday looks. Here's a trick for the under eye lashes. Use a tool like a mini hair straightener to bend them downward, which makes them stand out more. It's a small detail, but it really changed the look. Sometimes I also stick on a few extra lower lashes. If you already have volume, skip this step. Add a touch of setting powder in the center of the face to draw attention here. Now for brows, use a lighter shade. You want a pencil that can draw fine hair-like strokes. I'm using a light brown pencil. Then setting it with powder and a brow gel. I add a few extra strokes so it looks like real hair. Remember earlier when I mentioned soft blush? It's tricky, too light and it disappears, too heavy and it's clownish. Ask yourself, are you only using one shade instead of layering? Are you using the right brush? In my previous Korean idol makeup video, someone commented that my blush was too heavy, and honestly they were right. So now I layer 2 to 3 shades. The final layer should be super light and brushed inward, not outward. If you have a round or square face, apply brush under the eyes instead of on the cheekbones. It makes the face look narrower and draws focus to the center. Traditional cheekbone brush just makes the face look wider. Now for finishing touches. Highlight the nose bridge and tip. Add a little loose powder to make the nose look smaller and slimmer. Okay, almost done. Wipe off the Vaseline from the lips, then conceal the edges. Apply a light pink lip color. Outline with liner to lift the corners. And slightly shorten the bottom lip line for balance. Add a darker shade in the center. Blend it out and top with gloss for a plump look. Highlight the cupid bows and philtrum to give more depth. Finally, contour with a slightly darker shade on the forehead for balance, and add one last sweep of highlighter for that radiant glow. How do you like this makeup? Or do you have any idea for my next video? Leave a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.